how I can look at myself today. So, you know, I'm single, I'm enjoying it. It's quarantine, it's made dating kind of different or whatever. You know, woo, I'm like, don't even look at me while I tell this story, but it's really good. Okay, so since, you know, the broke one moved out in February 2nd, you know, I'd been spending a lot or majority of my time with this Gemini. And this Gemini is exactly everything that I always attract. I attract very disciplined people, very rigid, and I'm very porous. So that just says a lot right there. Okay, so, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. Like, don't even look at me while I'm telling this story. So I am about 1,000% sure that he's gay. And I'm not saying he's gay because, like, you know, he's really metro. Like, I like more, you know, expressive men. I do, you know, I'm animated, so I don't really want like a drive, whatever. So I don't know if it's maybe because his job is, you know, in law enforcement or whatever, and he just is really into like some sub-dom shit, you guys. And like at first I was like, okay, well, you know, I'm willing to try new things. It's a quarantine. I'm gonna come out of this a better person. So it was fun. It was fun at first, y'all. Then he just started like hinting at different things that he wanted. And that's why I'm about 1,000% sure this man is gay. So, like, you know, of course I'm going to agree to anything over the phone. You know, you put out or get out, one or the other. And usually I will put out, but not like put out like that, but like, you know, I'll try anything once. And so, y'all, this man sent me a picture of something he had bought from Amazon. And I've shown some of my friends this picture, but there is no doubt in my mind that if a man's toy is bigger than my toys, if you know what I mean, then it's not. I don't know. So, it came time for me to put up or shut up or get out, I guess you could say. And I chickened out like halfway through. So I feel really bad because like now he's like kind of like a little more vulnerable, and I kind of feel like I'm like the man in this situation where I'm like, whoa. So I haven't blocked him yet, but anyways, okay, so that's my next thing. Like, I feel like I'm probably gonna be I feel like I'm probably gonna be blocked by a lot of niggas soon when this quarantine is over, because like, you know, Denver's at her dad's for extended periods of time now, and I have been the cuddler. And I don't know if y'all know this Mike Epps saying, but it says, he who cuddles lays in a puddle, and he who hits it quits it. It is a quote that I live by, and it is so serious. And I say that because I say I'm going to be blocked, because like I will literally call someone at like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be like, hey, can I come over? And they're like, fuck yeah, of course you can come over. I get there in jammies, and like my jammies, you know, I'm comfy, whatever. I get there, and sure enough, he who cuddles lays in a puddle, because you know who's not this to put out? Me. Like, I just literally want to be held. Like the other night when it had that serious storm, like I was up like a crackhead. Like I've like popped a fin, and I was like cleaning. My apartment looks so good right now. But anyways, so I don't know. I wonder how much guys can really, really put up with before you have to do something. But I'm like, I don't know. I have like a very monogamous pussy. Like one at a time, fellas. Like not one at a time, like in a day, but like one at a time for a while or whatever. I don't know. I like to have morals. I know they're not like up there, but pretty conservative gal over here. So, back to my story with the gay one. I know it's kind of all over the place, because like, as long as, I don't know, I enjoy dating. Like I never get bored or whatever, but the one person that I want to take me seriously, he's gay. And a lot of my friends say my husband is probably gonna be gay, and every person that I date, I intentionally like, you know, see if they possess qualities, whatever. So I'm dealing with that stuff. And this one guy, I don't know, like I do not add people on Facebook that I could see myself being in a relationship with just because I'm an oversharer. But I have been friends, Facebook friends and Instagram friends. If you see my Instagram stories, you'd be like, That's not a wife, but it's my life. Let me live. Anyways, so this guy, he shot his shot in my DMs, and it's gone really well. And again, I am not a badge bunny. I don't know how it happens, but people that wear some kind of uniform, whether it be military or police, are really attracted to my like free spirit. And this guy, I'm like, have you seen shit I post? Like, why would you take that chance at this point? So I don't know, I feel like these cuddlers and these cops, they want all the smoke. Like, they do, they really do. And I still can't look at myself recording this because I feel like a tranny right now with the stuff that I've had to do here lately. And so I just, I don't know, I'm having fun though. And oh, here goes a really good thing. So I have mastered the queen level of petty. And so someone actually did block me a long time ago, and I saw, well, I got a new phone, so my messages have changed. And of course I own a domain because I own a business. I've been catfishing this man, trying to get him to hang out with me so he can see that it's me. And I don't know what's going to come out of this. I don't, like, it's not like I'm going to beat him up or something. But I just want to, like, waste his time like he wasted mine. And he be saying some, like, sweeter stuff to catfish me than he did to real life me. So at this point, I'm conflicted of who I should be. I don't know. Dating's been, I don't know. It's been a lot more intentional because we can't go anywhere. And I'm not fit to just come over and Netflix and chill or whatever. Like, no, because it's not like I can cook. Like, we can play games. I'm going to cheat at those games. Like, this has been so hard. Like, of course I can hold a great conversation. I think I'm a great conversationalist. But, like, there's only so much you can fucking do. So you got to keep this in, like, heavy rotation. And, I am social distancing, though. Like, the people that I hang out with don't have kids or whatever. Because now, ever since the broke situation, you know, when I had the guy come live with me and he was like super poor, now I won't date guys with kids. And I feel like that's a little biased because I do own my own one, my own child or whatever, but 13 days out of the month she's with her daddy. Mama's gotta live too, right? So that's a cool thing. So the most interesting thing is like seeing how someone that has been very intentional, well, not intentional, but like this new guy that I was telling you guys about, he like up front was like, hey, these are my intentions, and he found me slid in my DMs. So I don't know if I'm gonna like clean up my image or do like my therapist Jacqueline said, let it all out at once. Like, you're supposed to let all your, like, bam, what you see is what you get. And I do think that I live pretty authentically as far as like how I am right now is how I am all the time. That's how I'm at church, that's how I'm at work, that's how I'm at school, whatever. So, you know, take it with a grain of salt. So I don't know. I don't even know if I would give him a warning label, because I actually paid money for an actual dating coach after that whole Tinder fiasco on Valentine's Day, where the guy like took me to Gloria's and then was like, oh, I hate Gloria's food. And then he had like dolphin teeth. They were really little and spacey. But that's not even the worst part of Valentine's Day. Y'all, like, he is gonna grow up to be a rapist. And I say grow up because he's only 5'5". And I said in my heart of hearts, I'm done with these short fellas. Like, I'm a sucker for a sense of humor, and it seems like short guys definitely have a better sense of humor. But I don't want someone I gotta see eye to eye with. I want to look up. But anyways, back to this advice that my dating coach gave me. They said, don't tell, and this works guys or girls, so if you're single, this is some great advice. This is fucking gems, so listen. They said, when you meet someone, don't tell them anything about your past. Like, they get to know you from that moment forward. So you don't get to say, you know, like, hey, you know, you don't get to say a bunch of bad things. But I will say that I still like pre-screen, like, because I don't do online dating at all anymore. Like, after that Valentine's Day thing, because I don't know if I told y'all, like, after the little rapist date with the guy that's like, let's go to Gloria's, and then said, I don't like Gloria's, like, no, I ended up going out with this mailman, and y'all, I thought this man was great, like, over the moon. I was like, yes, this is so so compatible for me. And so I should have known something was wrong with him when he graduated from TCU and became a mailman. Nothing wrong with mailmen. They are the backbone of America. We see how essential they are. I have a friend, you know, that's like my favorite mailman. But you don't go to TCU. That's like going to TCU or Harvard to become just an elementary school teacher. Like, it's, to me, that's a waste. You can do that at like TCC to UTA. There's nothing wrong with, and I'm not trying to throw shade on schools, because like, get your education, because school's not for everyone. But I went out with this postman, and I didn't even go out. You know what? Because my postman friend was like, yeah, we work outside all the time. We don't really want to go outside. So I was like, okay, I'll cook. Well, this guy said he was vegan. And I don't know if y'all go to IKEA, but they have like the best meatballs ever. So I was like, oh, I'll make you some vegan. He said he was vegan. You see me? Shit! I cannot stand. It's always those little red minivans that try to run me off the road. It makes me so mad. Okay, but anyway, so IKEA has some of the best meatballs ever. Like, you can get potatoes, and I usually get like a mixed veggie. Anyway, so I told him that those meatballs were vegan. And you know why I don't feel bad now? Because after I cuddled, and I legit, when I say cuddle, I do mean cuddle. Like, sometimes like I like to be the spoon, but most of the time, because I'm so like kind of large, you know, I'm like relevant, you know? And so I'm just a cuddler. Anyway, so we had mutual friends or whatever. He let another man get to him about how I am. And I'm like, how am I? Because unless you have cuddled with me or I've touched your penis, you don't know how I am. Like, I said I'm pretty much the same everywhere, so I don't feel like I was giving like a false representation or whatever. But anyway, so I fed him meatballs that were not vegan, and he was like, oh, they're so good. Yeah, nigga, because they had meat in them, and so that's his fault. And like, to this day, I have not told him that they're vegan, but I did like do something kind of shady to him. So he took the opinion of another grown man that has not, and like, okay, so the opinion that he took was from someone that did go on a date with me. But he said like I was a little too much. I'm not going to be too much for the right person, so that doesn't bother me. What bothers me is men that talk about women, because to me that's unacceptable. Like, no, if I feel like the man for me, one, is going to know how to put me in my place without having to like beat me or cuss me out. Like, he's just going to be like, yo bro, chill, and I'm be like, you right. So, because I'll know the difference. And I think that's why I attract such disciplined people, because I'm the opposite of disciplined people. So anyways, mailman, he took the opinion of somebody else and like used that, and I was like, I could have been your fucking wife. And so I am so glad that I like poisoned him with real meatballs. He didn't die or anything. He said they were great. And this story is much funnier in a group text that I had sent. This is the same person. He came to my house for our dinner date, and I thought he was gonna wash his hands in my bathroom. So at this point, remind you, like, there's been nothing like no rapport, I guess. I don't know if you can say that. Rapport always makes me think of a whore when you're using it to dating, because you're either gonna have a connection or you're not. But anyways, so he comes over. I think he's washing his hands. Y'all, this man took a shit in the bathroom for I'm not kidding, 30 minutes, comes out, the food I have sitting there, and he's like, oh, the food's cold. No shit, you just were in my bathroom forever. So then, I'm really sad to see him go though, because when we cuddled, it was great, he's great, he was so affectionate, and yeah, he just was the worst. But, I don't know, I have a few takeaways from this. I feel like a man should be able to express himself sexually however he feels. I just feel like I should never have to do something that a man would do. I feel like there's one way in and one way out. The girls have more options than guys, and I'm no anatomy person or whatever, but I'm telling you now, I can put a finger or two or rub a little or maybe do a rim job, but there's no way in hell that I'm gonna put on something to do something and they are going going so slow. Fucking Trump supporter too. That's what they get. That's why their shit don't work. Shouldn't have bought a Ford. But anyways, so I don't know. That was a lot. I know. So there's a limit to where I will go, but it sucks because I don't go into any situation thinking I'm gonna say no about that situation. So that's that. And then on top of that, I mentioned I don't know, the new guy. So hopefully, like, when quarantine is over, he'll, like, because he's social distancing and, like, hardcore social distancing, probably how all of America should social distance. But I feel like it doesn't really count if everything's open now. Like, take your chances if you got them. Like, still be safe. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I roll around with all the hand sanitizers and gloves. And I have way too many masks now. But, and yeah, I keep them down there. I'm a really good driver though, guys. Like, I can get you anywhere you need to go, like that, because I don't mind driving. But yeah, so that's my takeaway. Wish me luck with this new guy. If you have any suggestions on what I can do to not tone it down necessarily, but just not scare them away. Because, like, my grandma always tells me this: don't feed the monkeys because they'll hang on your gate. I want that monkey on my gate. Like, I am so codependent. I am so, like, you know, I know my place. So I don't know. I just need advice on, like, how I should do this after quarantine, because I'm kind of a new person. I lost a little bit of weight, got my hair done. I need my eyebrows done. I can't wait. Like, I'm waiting for Franny to do my lashes. Anyways, this is going off subject, but yes, please, please, please give me good advice on what I should do. And don't say don't, because I already, like, love myself a lot and I respect myself. That's not the issue. The issue is okay? I'm just grown and I do what grown people do, except for I was like, it's so funny though, because now that I'm 31, about to be 32 in October, it's funny because I used to think at 30 that dick went bad. Like, I just assumed, because they get those dad bods and, like, if your tummy grows, your dick shrinks. But that's not the case, especially if they're a grower and not a shower. So it's been nice, like, you know, exploring all of these things, and, like, you know, it's been fun. But yeah, so give me advice. I'm open to suggestions. I definitely think that I'm gonna try a different approach with this one, because his communication is much more mature and more mature than mine, like, I should say. But he doesn't laugh a lot, and that, like, kind of scares me because I don't take a lot of things very seriously. So that should be fun. But I'm telling y'all, like, I have already spoke to Jesus and he said, go get my husband. So I'm gonna get a husband so that I can just, like, be, like, this productive professional out here in these streets. But whatever, I'm pulling up to, you don't need to know where I'm pulling up to, but y'all have a good day.